Aquarius, this is Lost Twin Tarot. My name is Colette if you haven't viewed me before. Aquarius, this is a general reading for you for the week of March the 25th through the 31st. This is a general reading, so leave the pieces that don't resonate and just take the ones that do. I'm trying to shorten out these intros for everybody. So, Aquarius, when I was meditating on your cards and during the pre-shuffle, I was getting a couple of different things. I feel like some of you could be making a decision with a loved one or like a relationship about something big going on in your life. I feel like this could be a celebration about a wedding or like a large party or a big decision that could really, impact the rest of your life. I feel like it's kind of like you're dealing with somebody who wants it their way and is kind of maybe impacting, kind of taking over, I feel like you have a lot on your plate right now. You have the Ace of Swords on the bottom. Um, yeah, and I feel like what else was it? Let's see. Yeah, I feel like this is definitely about possibly like a celebration. It keeps seeming like it's a celebration or something, and somebody kind of wants to, you know, kind of put their 2 cents in or something like that, or kind of. But I feel like you have a lot on your plate, like it's a push and pull situation. I feel like you have whatever this is, you want to look good in it. Like you've been dreaming about it for a while. You want to look good. You're scared are going to make the wrong decision. So you want to make the right and you just don't want anybody to like take it over. You have the Chariot, the Ten of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, the Justice, and the Moon. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Fool, the clarifying deck, Judgment, the Empress, the Six of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Four of Swords. Okay, and we'll do some further clarifications, Aquarius, so let's get into it. So you have the Chariot and the Judgment card. I have to be careful. I didn't realize this deck has so much nudity in it until I started doing these readings. Um okay. So you have the Chariot and the Judgment card. And I feel like what this is saying, this is definitely, about heading for a victory. It's definitely a calling of that you want this to be all about, you know, you want to succeed, but of course we all want to succeed, but it's more than that. Like you do not want to fail at what you're doing. It's definitely a calling that it's about you. And I feel like this is something almost like an awakening to where you need to push something forward. And maybe leaving something behind. The Chariot's all about heading into a territory where you really don't know where you're going and you're comfortable with leaving the luxuries of what you know behind. So this could be something where you are headed into unknown territories. Maybe you are mm, maybe you're moving, maybe you're getting married and you're kind of leaving home for the first time. And it's kind of almost like an awakening to what you're realizing that, wow, I am kind of stepping into this whole new territory and it's a little bit scary and it's kind of awakening. You're saying goodbye to your old life and you're realizing you're moving away from that, and you're, going into your new life. There's two major arcanas. So this is a really, really big change for you. You have the Ten of Swords with the Empress. Yeah, and another major arcana. So I feel like this is saying, another ending to something. And now, you are becoming more, something is ending, but now something new is coming in. More abundance is coming in for you. Something brand new is coming in. A life of, you know, something is growing. The Empress is all about, Mm, you think of a pregnant woman, it's like she's ballooning up, and each little by little, it's like you see, you know, something growing, 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 and she's nurturing. It's almost like you're going to a place where, you know, it's the start of something small, but if you nurture it, you're just going to see it grow bigger and bigger and bigger in a positive, fulfilling way. And you're going to be almost like glowing with excitement and joy because you're going to see the fruits of your labor, however that applies to you. Take it all how it resonates. You have the Three of Pentacles with the Six of Swords. You know, and this could be about, you know, a work situation. The Three of Pentacles is all about, like it's about like group, you know, pretty much like a gathering. You know, so this can have to do with, um, a work environment. This can have to do with, pretty much any type of like in family or team environment, I should say. So if this has to do with work, it can mean, things are kind of moving on to calmer shores. But this also represents you getting the recognition you deserve. Maybe, like I was saying, like, meditating on the cards, it's kind of like a push and pull situation. And maybe at this point, during the week, people are kind of finally seeing your side, your points finally getting across. Um, and they're seeing, okay, now we can see what Aquarius can do. Now we see what Aquarius is talking about. You have the Five of Cups with the Eight of Pentacles. Um, and I feel like this is kind of also what it's saying. I feel like you put in a lot of work into something, or you are putting a lot of work into something. Whatever this is, a project, work, a wedding, your home, whatever this is, and means a lot to you. You don't want to be devastated or you don't want to be hurt like times you have been in the past. And I think that's kind of pulling you back. That Five of Cups energy is kind of pulling you back there. And you're like, I'm not going to let this happen again. I'm not going to let this happen again. And that's kind of putting you in that mindset. So you are working very hard. The Eight of Pentacles is about, mastering something that you've worked very hard on and also receiving, a payout, whether this is, like a physical payout, but also almost like a payout, which is, you're actually seeing with your own eyes. You're not touching it, but you're actually seeing it come to life before your very own eyes. You have the Wheel of Fortune with the Justice card. Yeah, so I feel like this is a really good combination. Again, two major arcana for you. You have a lot of it here. And I feel like this is just saying that the wheel is turning for you and it's putting your life back into balance. You might feel a little bit wobbly sometimes. The wheel is turning, the scales are, wobbling, they're going up and down, but things are going in your favor. Karma is balancing out for you. The universe is seeing all the hard work you're doing, it's seeing that you're being dedicated. It might kind of tip on one side sometimes because, people are, putting their opinion in, or, they might kind of pull the reins a little bit, but things are ultimately going to work in your favor. Lastly, you have the Moon and the Four of Swords. Yeah, and I feel like what this is saying is that, you know, at the end of the day, the Moon is saying, we don't know the ultimate, the next day. We don't know how the end of the day is going to go. We don't know how, you know, the next 10 minutes are going to go. It's all about just, you know, pretty much a guessing game. The moon's all about illusion and it can be about confusion. And pretty much whatever our imagination takes us, that's kind of what the moon does. It's a very dreamy energy. But I feel like this is kind of the Four of Swords is you kind of saying, well, I don't really know what's going to happen, but I'm going to just kind of take it easy and rest and just take it in and meditate, pray, however you practice, and just hope for the best. Try to take some of the anxiety out and feel like, things have gone so far pretty well in my favor. I'm just going to try to take it like that. Let's see what else we have for you, Aquarius. Uh, the Chariot and the Judgment card. All right, you have the King of Swords on the bottom, and you have the Seven of Swords. So yeah, the Chariot and the Judgment card with the Seven of Swords. That's an Aquarius card as well. So I feel like this might not be about lying, cheating, stealing. This is your energy. So I feel like almost you may have to do this in a tactful way. That is a card about tact. I also feel like, this could be you mm, trying to just do things quietly, trying to do things, not making things showy, just trying to do your best. If this has to do with a large event going on or, something that's a very big thing, I feel like maybe you're just not trying to draw attention to yourself. You're just trying to go about your business, and kind of like the idea of, well, they'll find out after it happens. They'll find out, when it's done and over with type of energy. Maybe for some of you, you might be maybe you having an awakening that maybe somebody in the past kind of was a liar, cheater, stealer, and that's why the King of Swords is on the bottom, and you're kind of moving away from that energy. Maybe you don't want them around. I don't feel like this is anybody in your close, um, like no, not like a lover or anything like that. What's the Ten of Swords with the Empress? Yeah, you have the Ten of Swords with the Ten of Swords. So yeah, but you have the Six of Pentacles on the bottom. Yeah, so another thing about, something is ending and, moving out of your life, but the Six of Pentacles is all about, planting, new seeds and, investing your energy elsewhere. So, just another sign of that, something is ending and you're putting your energy into something else for the better. Six of Pentacles is also about you having a skill that other people don't have, and it represents kindness as well. You have the with the Three of Pentacles and the Six of Swords, you have the Justice card. You have the King of Pentacles on the bottom here. So this definitely could represent things turning in your favor, balancing out in your favor, I should say, when it comes to finances. And maybe things you thought were maybe you're spending a little bit more money than you had to on something, and now you're starting to see your finances balancing out. Maybe you're just starting to see stability start to work out in your favor. You have the Three of Pentacles on the bottom. With the Five of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, you have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, and I feel like, what that's saying, you know, the Eight of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, you're you don't want to see these situations happen again. You're working really hard, and I feel like it's showing and it's paying off. The Page of Pentacles is all about putting your, you know, starting out on something, and then when it starts out in the early stages, it's long lasting. The page eventually turns into the King of Pentacles. So I feel like you're not going to be disappointed, whatever you're, headed into, whether this be, love, a job, a new, um, big project you're taking on, whatever this is for you. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Justice card, you have the Eight of Cups on the bottom. And yeah, I feel like this is you walking away from situations that didn't really serve you anymore. I feel like it is balancing out in your favor. You do have the Five of Wands on the bottom. So I feel like this may have been, you know, conflict that you are just removing yourself from. Maybe there was kind of like a little bit of toxic energy that you kind of had to deal with, maybe nothing major, but I feel like you're just maybe you were kind of finally moving away from that. That's what the Chariot's kind of showing in the very beginning. And lastly, what do we have for Aquarius? The Moon and the Four of Swords. I gotta really cover up this one. I'm sorry. You have the Devil. Um, my poor nails. You have the devil with the moon and the four of swords, and yeah, like I said, Aquarius, and you have strength on the bottom here. So, and like I said, it's kind of like you're taking this idea, you know, with that, um, what I was saying about, the moon card, it's kind of like illusion and, kind of like that fear based. I feel like that's kind of like that devil could be. It could be a person, maybe it could have been like a toxic person you were dealing with. Maybe if you were dealing with a Capricorn, it doesn't have to be, take it how it resonates. But I feel like that's kind of what it is for you. The devil can be a toxic trait or a blockage, just like how we are, that illusion, confusion that comes in that you don't know what's going to happen, so you get a lot of anxiety. And I feel like that's what it could be. Sometimes it comes in, but you have the strength card on the bottom, and I feel like that's kind of what you're doing. You're giving yourself, the benefit of the doubt and giving yourself, okay, I don't know what's going to happen, but I have this inner strength, more strength than I ever realized I had, and know that nobody knows what's going to happen. I'm going to just stay on my path. I'm going to relax. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to pray. I'm going to practice whatever I normally do, however you normally practice self love, self care. And I'm just going to go with it and take this new journey. So I like this reading for you, Aquarius. It looks good. That's what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And until then, enjoy your week, and I will see you next reading. Thanks. Bye.